Hi guys, I'm back and this is my final pour for today. I have been doing a lot of stuff in between. As you can see here on the table, that is alcohol ink with gold. And I'm working on a video, but that takes a lot of stages, and I'm gonna do a final top coat with resin and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna show you all that stuff in another video. But this is my final video for today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be pouring a background on a 46 by 27 centimeter canvas. That's this. And here we go. I use a Winsor & Newton Galeria. This is the titanium, as you can see, palette knife. So this is titanium. And the other colors that I'm using is a Prussian blue. I'm gonna do ribbons. I haven't done ribbons in a long time. So it's gonna be ribbons on top of white, and they're gonna be cells, so there's gonna be torching. And the other colors I'm using are own mixed colors. That's why a lot of people ask me about my colors. But I usually sort of always will mix something that I like. So that's what I try to, oh, I've lost the brush. So that's something that you should try out for yourself. It's a lot of fun mixing your own colors, and that way your pour will always be different, because people mixing colors just by hand, they will almost never have the same tint, because there'll always be something different in it. Now, someone asked me on YouTube about when I'm doing my background, like I'm doing now. It looks like a big mess. They say when you're pouring, you worry about the dimples, but when you do the background, you're not. Well, that's because there's no silicone in this. And when it dries, it will smooth out perfectly. And a lot of people don't believe that, but sorry about that, but it's true. That's how it works. See those bubbles, you gotta pop those, because I don't think they will pop by their own, not always. But what you want to do is just make a little, go very lightly over the paint, like I'm doing right now, and then torch it a little bit, and then you're good to go. Of course, you have to do the sides. So we're doing the sides as we speak. This one is nice and covered. A little bit more. Now I'm gonna do the other way around, but you can already see it sort of flattening out. And when you put the ribbons on top, you're going to be moving some of this paint anyway, so don't worry about it. So nicely covered. There we go. Only thing I want to do, oops, there's my little rag, is I do want to have a little bit of bubbles gone. There they go. There's one left. Oh, there's a hair in my paint. That I don't want there. Oh, and I have my mobile on. That's not a good thing to do. Okay, now the colors I have are turquoise, like I always make. It's phthalo blue and green, a little bit of titanium. Then I have a really nice light green, which I really like. And this is my own mixed color. And just, you know, go out there, mix some colors, make some fun. Okay, now the last white that I have left, I will be putting silicone in that. And a lot of people ask how much silicone. Well, just a couple of drops. If it's like this full, and that is about 75 milliliters, I will put 2 or 3 drops in. If it's a full cup, and that's about 150, 160 milliliters, I will put a couple of more drops in. And I'm using dimethicone 1000 at the moment, the one I sell in my shop. It's identical to the one Vallejo sells, so that's going to work out. Now, I'm going to take my little cup which I'm going to use for the ribbons. This is really nice because you can really make a very narrow little opening. And once again, thank you, Judy, for sending me them, because I really use them quite a lot. I'm putting in my colors. Ooh, that was pretty. Look at that. That is already very pretty. But we're gonna top it off again. A little bit more white. I want a lot of white because I want those ribbons to really fade into the background. Okay, here we go. Okay, just do it. And up and down and on the side and that way and down there. And already you see them popping, those beautiful cells. I just wanted to have something that looks cute. Now, these cells are something else. I'm not sure why that is, but they are really gorgeous. Oh, I forgot to torch a bit. This is what the torch does, people. See that? It makes the bubbles appear. Oh, wow, 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 double wow. I have never seen cells more beautiful than this. I don't know why that is. I have no idea, but I'm going to really move it a little bit. Or are you going to kill me if I do that? Because I do want them a little bit bigger. And I want some motion in them. Wow. Okay. No, I'm going to stop. This is awesome. See that down here? No cells? And now we got cells. That's what the torch does. And I get a lot of questions. What does the torch do? Well, what it does, you don't... Oh, look at that. That is... Sorry, guys, but this is so beautiful. I'm gonna do a close-up later because I'm not sure if you can really see the depth of these cells, but they are so awesome. Okay. The torch, what you do is you just wave over it, and I'm telling you, I don't want to make a lot of mess, but I will show you. Oh no, I got some left here, but I don't want to mess up my painting. Okay, I'm putting it on my hand right now. Okay, you got it on my hand, and now we're going to torch. See that? What you do is really just wave over it. And on my hand, I'm waving a little bit more because my hand is covered in plastic. You know what heat and plastic does? It burns right in, so we don't want to do that. But I'm just giving you the idea of how to use your torch. You really don't get into it and hold it in one place. Don't do that. You just go like this, like that. Okay. It's still moving, and that's why I stopped tilting, because what I really like is this, where it bleeds into the white, and it gives those really so strange cells. Sometimes you get this, sometimes you don't. And really, honestly, I don't know when you get them and when you don't. But I'm going to stop right now, and I am going to remove this, of course, from my hand, which is kind of beautiful. Look how big it goes. But I'm going to give you some close-ups of this. I'm going to put it away for a bit. Oh, I have no room. Oh, yes, I do. My husband put some paper on my workbench. Okay, be right back. Okay, now I can show you a little bit more. See how, oh, that is kind of cool. Look how you can spread that out. That is kind of cool. Let's see, let's do some experimenting. See how pretty? And then let's just pull them a little bit. Wow. That is kind of cool. That is an effect that I should explore a little bit more. Now this is a mess. Okay, let's put some more paint on here, swipe over it, and see if we can get this to sell. See how you see the silicone popping up? But because there's no other color underneath, you only see cells, but they're really, really light. Now if we were to put some blue on and go over it, now you do get cells. See that? Now I'm just showing you this because I want to demonstrate that we never ever heat the paint to a point where you get fumes. It's just warming. I think it'll be like 45, 50 tops, and your hand can handle it. You're not causing a combustion in your paint. There'll be no fumes coming off it. And if you don't know or you don't trust yourself, just start off with the little pieces of cardstock that you can just, sort of experiment with, see the effects. And that way you don't have to waste canvases and a lot of paint. You just mix yourself up a little bit of paint, and you can, really do a lot of experiments with just a small amount of paint. Okay, let me clean my hand here for a bit, because this was kind of cool. I kind of like that. Let's try that again, but with something bigger. Because I know a lot of people are trying to figure out how Shelley Art does her pours, and of course I'm really sort of thinking, well, I'd like to see her do that, but I also totally understand that she doesn't want to share that because it's her thing. She makes those pours, she makes photos, and then she sells the prints. And I sort of understand that you want to keep that to yourself, because if everyone's going to do that, then you're giving away your own work. You don't want to do that. But this sort of looks like it, and I'm not sure if it is really the way she does it, but it looks sort of neat. Wow, look at that go. Now, all this selling of the paint, this is really one thing, and that is the new pouring medium of Vallejo. Absolutely. This has brought such a difference in pouring. I really like this. This is fun, isn't it, guys? This is something totally different. Let's do that again. Maybe a little less white because there's a lot of white in there. Maybe a little more, maybe white and then put a lot of blue on top. Blue on top. Okay, let's see how that works. But this has something that, maybe we can make that work. Who knows? There we go. I'll keep you close when I torch it. Look at it go. And then we're gonna let it come down here and we're gonna make something out of it. Oh, now I'm gonna mess up the other one. This is kind of fun. And this is, you know, when I do this, it's sort of somehow it brings all these possibilities into my head, because you could really get a canvas and then do this and just inch it along and make a really nice pattern over it. That would be really cool. Now guys, be my guest, because you know, if you anything you see on my channel, you are very free to use. Few little things because it's going to turn to mud pretty soon. Oh, but I like this. Look at that. But you have to really do this carefully, because you have to let the paint roll off a little bit before you pull it any further. But that looks pretty. Man, oh man, I gotta keep this. I have to find a little piece of. Oh no, there are butterflies. Can't use that. I'm gonna cut this out. When you don't expect it, you get something nice and you gotta keep it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut that. Ooh, that's not really cutting. Okay, now it is. Sorry about the noise. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna slide that underneath there. See that? That is very easy. Oops. Don't mess it up now. There we go. That is nicely done. Another one. Oh, this knife has to go because it is really old. And oh, don't get my sleeve in it. Oops. Okay. Oh, come on. That really... That's just me being a cheap ass, you know, keeping one of these knives. They cost like next to nothing. Sometimes you just have to throw them out. Let me see if I can get you really in focus here. There we are. I'm sure I can make something really pretty out of that, so I'm going to keep it. Especially this bit here. This will be a really nice little pendant. Okay, knife going. Throw that away. Now I have a big hole here. And I still wanted to do some squishes, and I got a big hole in my plastic. Oh boy. I thought I'd make a nice little short video. And what happens? I don't care. Okie dokie. This, I don't know if it's the colors or what it is that makes this stuff sell like crazy. Look at that. That's just gorgeous all by itself. Letting it come down a little bit because I like the movement. That is pretty. We're going to keep it. And I'm going to do one more, but only with blue. Oh, I got a lot of paint left over, but what I do nowadays, maybe this is a tip for you guys too. When I have too much paint left over and I know I'm gonna have to keep it for a week or something like that, what I do is, before I put it away, I take my little spray thing and I just spray straight on top of it like that, and then put the lid on so that, you know, the surface of the paint is really moist, so that there won't be any film forming. See that? And that's what I do. Okay, let me get you guys back in focus. Is that in focus? Well, it is here. Okay. Palette knife, where did you go? Oh, here. Why not use the one that's laying right in front of you? Okay. I think that's gonna sell all by itself here. Here we go. I was expecting a little bit more out of this one though. I really was. I thought this would be a little bit prettier. Then we'll just have to swipe it. Never know what we can do with it, right guys? So we're gonna make it swoop a little bit. There we go. And maybe a little bit up here too. That almost looks like Delft's blue, you know, the porcelain that comes from Holland. Oh, I like that though. That is pretty. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Have a beautiful, fun Sunday. Spend some time with your family. Show some love. And I want to thank you all for watching. Love you all to pieces. Liebe euch alle. Hou voor jullie allemaal. See you in the next video.